Salute Ray Leon. Let's get it. Iraq, what's poppin', boy? Punch that like button on your way in. Let them know who you be. Salute, S. Dot. What's poppin'? You already know. Dot Bella, what up? Salute. Salute to the Spartans. Almighty DTR, what's poppin'? William Silver in the building, what's poppin'? Ray Leon, Big Max Bello, Malvo B, Abdul Shakur, Frax, Buffalo, Entertainment God, what's poppin'? Salute. ENY in the building, you already know how we do. Ben Vogt broke 83. Salute. Y'all already know Big Max Bello. That's a fact. Gemstone is solid. All right. I got the message. All the time, Gemstone is solid. Rap. O'Neal Perez, we in here. That Sheena girls in here. You know what I'm saying? We in the building today. Today, we gonna teach a lesson today. Salute Ladybug, Sean Creedon, S. Dot, Rob 2G, Allentown, Bethlehem in the building. What's up, Allentown up in here? Hey. Facts, Abdul Shakur, Salute CKKK, Quell, Stack, Stone, Mel Cross, Facts. That's a fact, Iraq. Today we're gonna differentiate between three types of people in this world, man. There's three types of people in this world. This is me and KK's song right here. He liked this song. This is KK's song right here. He loved this song. That's a fact. Hit that like button on your way in, man. It's on and popping today. Shout out Alchemist. Facts. All right, y'all. So these past couple of days been like interesting because you don't never notice the things that you see and hear until you sit back and listen. And one thing I like to do is I don't like to make myself a person that hears one thing. I like to stay open-minded. You know what I'm saying? Salute, see, I see you in the building. DJ Suge Bryant, Perf Amboy up in here. You gotta be more articulate when you say things, right? Because you want people to understand you for the authenticity of what you say. You don't want to be the person that is what we call the out the window person. I was vibing with somebody today and they was like, yo, they said something. They said something about individuals that weren't living a certain type of life. So I told them, I said, that's because there's three types of people. The three types of people, they had a story about those three types of people. And it was about three dudes. And they were stranded on an island. But if they get to the other side, they can get to where the boats are at. So the one of the dudes, he's like, I'm gonna go across it. You know what I'm saying? The other dude was like, nah, water's too deep. So he said, all right, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go down there where it's more shallow, and then I'm gonna cross it. So he went that way, but it never got shallow. And he kept going and he kept going and he kept going until he just said he took a chance. But when he jumped in, it was too deep and he drowned. So now there's two of them left. So the other dude, he says, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go this way. But first I want to see what you're gonna do. The dude tells him, I'm gonna go across it. He says, what? You're gonna go across it? What you mean you're gonna go across it? Because I'm gonna go across it, yo. So when he tries to go across it, and he goes into the water, he finds out that the water is actually not as high as it looks. It was up to like over here, chest level. And them things that they thought were sharks, they were sharks, but they were sand sharks. They ain't biting nobody. Then he continued on across. The other dude was like, oh. So the three types of people that they are in this world, the ones that make it happen, the ones that watch things happen, and the ones that say, what the happened. Those are the three types of people in this world. So now, those three types of people, like, what are their influences in society? Well, the one that went through the water, he can tell him what it's like to go through that water because he know what it felt like. Because when he went through that water, he knows what that fear was like. Like this could be the end right here. I ain't got no choice. I got to do this. Salute. Dead Arm, I see you in the building. There are those that watch things happen. There are those that make things happen. And then there are those that say, what the happened? So now when you continuing on in your journeys, it's only like, for example, some people would say that a person that stand up and he's incarcerated, is a bad person. Now I'm not even coming at you, Ziggy Black, but I appreciate that. But now I'm really speaking about other individuals. You know what I'm saying, like or individual. You know what I'm saying when they come and they call themselves teacher, but they saying that the people who tell a story because they won are bad. That's the same thing that happens when you go into court and they try to make you the aggressor. It's the same thing. You can't differentiate that. You can't get on here and be like, I saw this, I saw that, I saw this, I saw that. But you ain't feel it. Yeah, I see you, Zeke. But you gotta be that person that feels it. You gotta be the one that was in that box. Not a week. Talking about did a week on a loaf. You got dudes that been in the box for years, that did years on loaves. That's their story. Facts for Ben NYC. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be authentic when you teach. Because teaching is about authenticity. That means that the knowledge that you spit contains no dollar signs. You don't look at it from the monetary aspect of why you speaking and you saying the things that you say. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't admit it. But when they saying the things that they saying, they only trying to get that check. They're trying to get paid. But that's not new. The people that wrote Oz got paid. The people that wrote American Me got paid. The people that wrote San Quentin 6 got paid. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so on. They all got paid. That's the old hustle. People ain't on here hustling. People was on here speaking about how they were in a situation and how they stood tall. You see, it's a difference when you're in a situation and you stand tall. Then you're just there watching other people stand tall. Know what I'm saying? It's a difference. That's why we say real right. We got to be a real right. That's a fact. You already know. No, I say, listen, it's good to be, it's good to have a story, but it's better if it's yours. And it's even more better if you say, yo, I went through this because of this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Because then when you're doing that, now what you're doing is your truth, your feeling, your emotion about the way you felt when you was in that situation, it's expressed. See, us, people get us twisted because we be up here laughing and smiling and when we talk about the things that we did, we talk about them with because we laughing and smiling. Yeah, because we won and we refuse to lose. And part of losing is breaking down to the institutional decorum. If I feel something is a violation, it's a violation that's got to be handled. However, it's got to be handled. See, that's what made us different. What made us different was we wasn't trying to hear nothing from nobody. If you know your rights, then you're gonna go and do what you gotta do. And then when you do what you gotta do, now you live in that life. But it's only because what? It's only because you got stuck in that life because the situation around you forced your hand. And then once it forced your hand, it gave you a certain fever. You got to be able to speak about this fever. See, we're not talking about a fever like your forehead getting hot and you put a rag with cold water on it. Nah, we're talking about a different fever. We're talking about a fever that you feel, a fever that it's like this. You walk into the cell block. Let's say HDM. You walk into the cell block. When you walk into the cell block, you know there's two phones right here. But you don't know whose phones those phones are. So you first go in the block. You got your hammer on you, and now you're looking around like, I need to see who the big dog up in here because he's the one that got the phones. Because we live in that life. And the reason we live in that life is because we're stuck in a life where survival is everything. And you can't be prejudiced by nobody or oppressed by nobody. Anybody that tries to oppress you in any form or fashion, you got to lay him down, y'all. That's how it is. And then there's a lot of people who can tell a story, but they're telling it from the bleachers. It's called the Bleacher Report. Salute KK in the building. You know what I'm saying? Love you, bro. I mean, like, you always got to remember, people want, that's like, for example, you with your girl, and you supposed to be making love to your girl or whatever or whatnot, but it ain't you. You're doing something else. And it turns out to be her. Yo, man, like, if there's anything that people appreciate more, it's when people just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just gave an example of my mentality while I was in an animalistic surrounding around me. I just gave you an example of what my mentality was. Same thing like when I'm going to court. It's war. See, you ain't know this, you won't know this or can speak of it unless you was a soldier in that war. If not, you on the outside giving a Bleacher Report, y'all. And when you're giving the Bleacher Report, you're not able to extend the feeling. You're only able to, with a percentage of opinion, try to define what you see. You gotta live that life. See, we take that serious. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because people like us, we was getting busy. And a lot of people gonna say, oh, well, everybody don't have to get busy. Yeah, it's right. Everybody don't have to get busy. Nah. Everybody don't gotta walk out commissary with their bag and make it to their cell, too. Everybody can't go to the package room and make it back to their cell with whatever's in that box. What you think? Now you in a world with nothing but criminals in there. They still on their bullshit. They still ready to rob. They still ready to steal. They still ready to kill. Some people ain't. Some people got life. Majority of everybody I hit was all lifers. All of them had heinous crimes too. Y'all gonna see it. Zodiac Killer, David Mark Chapman, John Royster. I done did all them dirty. But go look at their crimes. John Royster was a Central Park rapist. Mark Chapman shot John Lennon. Zodiac, he killed a whole bunch of bums. I'm not gonna say bums like they were bums, but they were homeless. Most of them were like homeless. Went around. So, dude, I got movies for days. 5-star movies. But it's because when I explain these things, I'm not trying to explain them or say them for the popularity. I don't care about none of them dudes. Matter of fact, when I did what I did to them dudes, I didn't see them as anything else but a potato chip bag in my way. Because when you're in an animalistic world, sometimes you have to be just like the animal. And then later on, you can settle down. Because now they respect the animal. They ain't gonna mess around with the animal. Because if he lashes, that's it. It's over. All that, when people be like, yo, well, that's my buddy. He's cool in jail. There was, I ain't never seen that in jail where you say, well, this is my friend and me and him were all right and things were cool. What? Well, where was you at? You must have been in a special block. Because the jails I was in, Attica, Comstock, Auburn, Southport, the jails I was in, it was every man for himself. And if you was there with your peoples, then you was there with your peoples. But the transit system fluctuates every day. You might get a bandit that's coming to the jail. See, you're not going to know about this because you didn't live that life. You don't know about telling the dude in the receiving room, yo, you got to read the sheet. Let me get the sheet. I want to know who came to the jail today. This is why I know if I got my gun, go down there and bang his ass up. Because you're living that life. You living that life. That's the life that you living. No, you're not playing basketball, shooting hoops. Shooting hoops. Huh? O'Neal. People rather believe in the lie if it's more entertaining than the truth. Yeah. Yo, my dude, I could come over here with a clown suit, squeeze my nose and start making jokes and then take my mask off and say, I fooled everybody. But some people don't never take the mask off. They keep it on. You see what I'm saying? So when you're somewhere and you're speaking, you got to look at what the audience is grasping from the words that you're saying. So if I get on here, if I get on here and let's say this quarter, let's say this quarter is a razor, right? And I put it in my mouth and spit it out. Guess what I did? I just showed somebody how to do that. I didn't deter him from not doing it. I just showed him how it can be done. And then later on, he gonna say, yo, I wonder if I can do that. Because we're not in the era where people have all that fear. People don't fear the boogeyman no more. So you can't use that tactic. So you have to be mindful of the message that you send out there. Because when you sending a message out there, they thinking two things. Oh, he must have been about it like that. He must have been yamming dudes' foods, yo. He must have been, yo, his food count must be up. If he's spitting shit out the mouth, his food count must be up, yo. Some must be, woo. They must call him Razor Tag Rad. Facts, John Jones. Yeah, look at that. Too real for you. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dudes is Pilato in the building. What up, baby boy? You know what I'm saying? Dudes is doing what they doing because they stuck in a warfare mentality. And the reason they laugh is because they won. And what did they win? They won the fight of being mentally attacked, physically attacked, and spiritually attacked. Because everything in there, it's a 3 combo. If I come at you, I'm coming at you physically, but I'm gonna do damage to you physically, mentally, and emotionally. So what I would say, right? I would say, yo, these things happen. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toughen you up and prepare you. So if you ever have to go through that, God forbid, you're not going in there on the coward's mentality, like, oh, I gotta be scared. Because in any situation, and it don't have to be going to prison, it could be any situation. You gotta have confidence in yourself at all times. It doesn't mean that your confidence is going to create a success rate for you that's going to be an abundance. It just means that you got that confidence in you to know that when something ain't right and it's coming towards you and it's violating your square, you're going to let it be known. Don't violate my square. Don't violate my square. And it's funny how and I respect the OTs, man. Don't get me wrong. I respect all the OTs. I know a lot of OTs that was still getting busy. I could name a whole bunch of OTs. They speak about me all the time. And these are dudes that I love. I can speak about them. I was up north with the Ali Shepherds, the Tuts, all them other dudes that I had knocked their ass out, them famous dudes and all that. I was already up top with them dudes. If you're a person that people respect, your name it has a ring to it. Your name has a ring to it. That means that it's not too many. Listen, man, because to keep it real, there was a lot of OTs up north playing handball, yo. Out in the yard in the max playing handball. I'm gonna check it, Pilato. They was out in the yard playing handball, y'all, with the tight ass tank top and the shorts and the sneakers that they got in the package back in like 81 somewhere. They was out there playing handball, yo. Come on, man. Let's be real. You had dudes that wasn't even allowed in the jail. That couldn't even come to the jail. They was like, nah. I was stuck in the shoe for 9 years. 23-hour lockdown. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tell them how dudes used to be on the gate. And when you go into the shower, when you got beef with somebody, you gotta watch him because he might throw doodle on you. I'm gonna talk about that. Or I'm gonna talk about how I stood tall my whole bid and still is tall to this day. And my stories is authentic. I went through them. The things that I see was the things that annoyed me. So why would I speak about them? Marcus Moreau. But it's a fact. When I walked through the hallway, it was a chain here, handcuffs chained here, another chain in the legs, a captain, 3 police. That's how I walked through the hallways. Nah, I didn't go out in the yard with like 2 sets of handballs. And no, I wasn't out there playing handball and drinking hooch and playing dominoes and casino and all that stuff. Nah, I wasn't doing that in the state. Nah, I wasn't doing that. And as a matter of fact, I maxed out. I did all my time. I didn't even get no parole, nothing. Max. And I'm here, what? I'm here working. I got a job and all that. I'm working. I'm doing my thing. I don't look at this for the bread. I look at this for the message. This is an avenue of sending a message. Sending a message to help people because you can't do but so much. But the much that you do, it has to be authentic. If you was out in the yard playing basketball or playing handball or wiffle ball in the state, in Comstock or what's that? Attica or Clinton. Yo, matter of fact, in Clinton, you had dudes getting stabbed because they used to have a hill. And the dudes used to go up there with the sleds and go off the hill and fly over dudes' courts. And some dudes would land in somebody's court. And by him landing in that court, them dudes pulling out knives and stabbing the shit out of them. Bing, bing, bing. So they took that out of there. You see what I'm saying? So whenever you reflect a message, you got to watch what you say in the messages that you're sending. And you got to be authentic about the things that you say. You can't speak about something that you didn't feel and then expect someone else to feel what you ain't feel. But to deter them, like scare them away from it, that doesn't work because you're not being truthful. If you implant fear in someone, it could catch up to them later on, and that could be you harming them. Because you got to think, sometimes you got to think 10 steps ahead and not think just for the moment. You got to be a thinker that's throwing his fishing rod a little further to see what he can grab coming in instead of just throwing it down in one right by where you sitting at. Huh? You see what I'm saying? So you got to remember something. When you're going to send a message, if you try to send a message and implant fear, people will not take you serious. If you show them if you can show them the steps and the scenes of how things went, then that's different. I said it before. An archaeologist is going to go in the pyramid and he's going to decipher what he reads on the wall as it being what he feels it is. But there's still that percentage that he's wrong. Because he wasn't there when they wrote that, and they could have mean something else. How many times there's two sides to a story? How many times there's more than one meaning to one act? There's many different Bibles. Gideon's, King James. I saw a bunch of other versions. You see what I'm saying? You gotta remember, bro, that when you send that message, you gotta be a person who sends a message, but sends that message from a perspective of admonition. And what I mean by that, the perspective of admonition means, you know what? How about I tell them how when I went through, this is what I went through. And this is how it was for me. But because it was so uneventful for you, you don't have much to say. And that's understood. That's what differentiates people. That's what differentiates people, yo. And that's why people come on here and people, that's why I sit back and I analyze things. You see what I'm saying? That's why I sit back and hey, yo, that's crazy you said that, Marcus Barrera. Because when I caught my crib and I saw the lake right behind it, I was like, I hardly come back to, I be going back to the hood though, but very rarely because I just got stuck with the feeling of this, man. You heard? But once again, right? That's why. Hey, OJ Blanco. Facts official G Medina. Yeah, man. I mean, there's three types of people in this world. So you got those that watch things happen, those that make things happen, and those that say, what the happened? The ones that say, what the happened, are the ones that realize too late that they were too slow to be somebody. The one that makes things happen gets to where he got to go because he wants to get there. And the one that watches things happen just sits there watching because at the end of the day, he'll never make up his mind. He'll see something in each one, and in each one, he'll find a figure away. You know what I'm saying? So being conscious of these things is what helps people move forward. Facts, Pilato. Yes. Yes, Pink Sugar made a point right there. Pimping. Oh yeah, yeah, Donovan. That's a fact. That's a fact. John Jones. John Jones just made a good he just made a good point. He said only unprepared people get surprised when shit go down. So that's what happens when the youth start their careers late. When you're 13, 14, 15, you're still a baby technically, but you still got more time to grow. You still got more, how you say it, more years you can put up. But once you reaching 18, 19, 20, it's too late to start something that wasn't in you from before. And then when you go and start it, you can't handle the consequences. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. You said the gloves. Yeah, I be doing it. Yeah, they gotta testify early so that they know that the burn is gonna be getting worse as it goes. survival, survival training course. His institute got survival training courses, man. Get up on his institute. Pilato said, I jumped off the porch when I was 10 and never looked back. Yeah, trying to, well, it depends what type of time dudes is doing. I ain't gonna lie, because everybody doing different type of time. And when you're doing different type of time, it just exemplifies where you at in your stature as far as prison rankings go. And some people be like, they'll be like, yo, it didn't matter to me the rankings as long as nobody did nothing to me. Blah 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 blah. Those dudes wasn't going through nothing because they let a lot of things slide. And not only did they let a lot of things slide, but they didn't man up in many situations, man. Yes, yes. That's why. That's why when you go forward in life, you start to see who your friends are. You start to see what you're made of. Some people ain't made for certain things. That's a fact. Some people is not made for certain things. They just try to make it in their mind like they made for it, but they not. And then they end up in that situation. For example, there's a lot of people in jail, man. They got what's called circumstantial bodies. It's a fact. They call circumstantial bodies. The reason they call circumstantial bodies is because really they ain't had no intent, like it wasn't in their blood like that to do what they did, but they did something stupid and it caused the death of another person. You know, you got a lot of people in jail for that. Dude accidentally let the gun go all bang, killed his cousin. Dude accidentally left water on the floor. She slipped, banged her head on the tub. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people like that in there for that. Circumstantial bodies. Things that the reason they get charged with them is because they say if you could prevent it, then you're supposed to prevent it. But if you don't, then it's you. That's right, Ray Leon Rivera. Sometimes some people take advantage of the youth's innocence and push them to do something. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? They'll start telling these kids like, "Yo, this is what we do. This is what we do." Bang bang. Then the kid becomes curious, and then he goes, "Okay." You know what I'm saying? You can't do it like that. You know, when there's a difference. I was looking at a couple of podcasts. There's a difference between horrify and glorify. When you glorify is when you're talking about doing something that had no meaning. And because you were successful at doing it, you promote it as a meaning. Joe Pizza. Merry Christmas, Joe Pizza. Ah, that's my dude. Hey yo, kidder. Where the hell you been at, man? Like if you got kids, man. Yo, let me tell you something, man. Like my daughter didn't ever cry. And I tell you something. That's because I was always attentive. I was always attentive. I see you, kidder. Yo, tell Kyla and them I send my love in them. You heard? Tell Kuka and Willie and them. Facts. God bless, homie. Oh, yes. Loyalty is everything. Yo, last night I watched Troy Reed on incarcerated Scarfaces on the island. Shit was real, you heard? 100%. Yeah. Yeah. When you was on the island, it either made you or break you. It was only those two things. When you walked into that block, you didn't know whether if you're going to walk out. You didn't know if you was going to make it to the end of the tier. And that started from when we was adolescents in the 4 building. We in the 4 building like this. We in the A and B gate like, oh, when I walk into this crib, it's on and popping. I'm not even unpacking my stuff. The minute he opened that door, I'm trying to twist 2-3 dudes up before somebody tries to get at me. No, we're not gonna stand there and tell the police, yo, I can't live. Nah, we don't see that's different types of people. Different types of people. No, I'm not telling the police I can't live. Crack the gate. I'm going in there. I'm gonna wash like two of them up, and then they're gonna know I can't live. Oh, they can't live. Oh, it is what it is. This is the way it helps. If I'm a child and I'm listening to this, I'm saying, yo, imagine what he has to go through. Not just what he has to face, what he has to go through. And that's why I don't want to go and be in the situation that he was in. Because I don't want to have to go through that. Not because I'm going to face this, because I don't want to go through this. It ain't what you face, it's what you go through. Innocent. See, that's what I'm talking about. This Ken Strokes dude, right? He would say innocent. How you know if they was innocent? How they innocent and they in a day room inside Rikers Island? How they innocent? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Idiots like that. Idiots like this dude. Got rid of him, gave him to Frank. You see, that's what we do here. When you are wrong here, we give you the Frank. Because that's what they're gonna do when you come in the building, in the house. That's what they're gonna do when you come in the crib. So what you gonna do? Go in the crib and get popped on? See, that's a dude that will have some long stuff on his face, have no property, nothing. Butt ass snake is somewhere. They done took everything. They done robbed them, cut them, smacked them. They done did them dirty. Because he's talking about what's he gonna do when he goes inside. You know what I'm saying? Like an animal. You're in Rikers Island is a cage full of animals. See, that's what I like. Yeah, Rikers Island is a cage full of animals. So what you gonna do? What you exemplifying right now is that you a punk. They gonna do you dirty. They gonna do you dirty. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do him dirty. See, that's what I'm talking about. I love this type of because this proves that what I'm saying is the truth. You see what I'm saying? If you know you're going into warfare, why would you think about your environment like you're in Mr. Rogers somewhere? You see? Now that's what I be talking about. How they like how they innocent. How they innocent? They on Rikers Island facing charges. Probably they killed somebody, robbed somebody. You don't know what they did. And you got drama with that crib. So you're gonna walk in there singing some old Mr. Rogers song. You's a straight punk. I would not teach the youth to do nothing like that. That's what I'm talking about. These dudes were birds in jail. And they think that trying to install fear is gonna deter people from doing things. The whip to the back mentality. This is what I'm talking about. Because at the end of the day, it's like I said, that's a fact, Malvo B. Like I said, when you in warfare, you gotta be a warrior. You ain't got no time to say, oh, is there any other way? There is no other way. There's only one way. Pop. And be happy that later on you're able to smile and say, I won. I'm not glorifying what I did. But when it came to me versus oppression, I won. That's what I glorify. I won against oppression. I got a victory against oppression. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that they glorify, nobody's glorifying what they've done. They glorify that they're here to speak about what they've done because they did it for a reason. But to have to go and do those things, meaning that they put you in a situation where you got no choice. But before you're in that situation, you have the choice to say, do I want to put myself in the situation that he was in to have to do the things that he did in order for me to survive if I ever end up in there? So when you want to learn about what teaching is sense. Sense. That's what it is. Sense. Having sense. V Cash, what up? What up, Scrap? Entertainment guys are how they innocent. Yo. Facts. 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 See? Facts. You see? Facts. Look at that. John Cena. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know what it feels to be outnumbered, and you got to get out of that situation. What you know about being trapped in the laundry room? You got like 4 dudes, and you got to get up out that laundry room, yo. You're going to do whatever you got to do to get up out of there. You don't care about who they are, what they are. You got to do what you got to do to get up out of there. So the question is, do you want to put yourself in a situation that puts you in that situation where you're going to have to do what that person did? That is the question. That is what they need to understand and learn and make and decide for themselves. Facts. That's right. They fear what they don't understand. That is so correct, yo. You got it. Anything. Yeah, I saw that. Did them dirty. Yo, back then you had dudes getting cut. And you had dudes getting cut, man, from their head to their ass crack, yo. Like, dudes was getting slashed like serious, yo. Majority of the people you see gonna have cuts in their faces, man. Shit was serious, yo. It was a war zone. So you can't be playing games, talk about, well, I'm gonna walk in and see if I can moderate the situation, huh? Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember, yo, that you got, like, in the state. It don't matter if you was locked up in 75. I know people that was locked up in the 70s and their name was ringing bells. Still. Farmer, rest in peace. You see what I'm saying? If your name don't ring bell and you just was the cool dude, then you wasn't doing nothing, bro. And you most likely was regretful for what you did. You know what I'm saying? So I always like to say, man, let's keep it real when we say things. Let's keep it real when we going to teach. But on other notes, yo, it's getting lit. You know what I'm saying? It's getting lit. You know what I'm saying? After the holidays, we got the Jack Frost joint coming out. I also got another surprise interview coming out too. I ain't gonna say what it is, but yeah, I'm on a platform, on another platform too. You know what I'm saying? So Miss May. Hey yo, New York, New York. He said Miss May. Hey yo, like like I was saying, yo, I'm like, let's be real when we on here, man. Oh yeah, and then and maple syrup, what up, baby boy? Hey yo, and another thing, man. Don't be how you say it, comment banging. I be having these birds coming in the comments. We on live right now. Don't come in the comments, put on a comment, take it off, put it back on, take it off. Get out of here. You in a Spartan house. You got no comments here. You see what I'm saying? In a Spartan crib, he ain't trying to hear that. And then I be seeing the most dumbest stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, comment banging. That's what they do. They comment bang. They go in your comments, they start banging and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, the funny thing is that there's a lot of dudes, man, that they just good at conning. And this is what they do. They make themselves the approachable face. They make themselves the character of silent honor. They make their knowledge all synthesized by them. And it all be them. So now what they see, let me tell you something. I was locked up in downstate one time on transit going to what was I going to? I think I was going to Comstock. And I was in downstate. And there was an old white guy next to me. I'll never forget. Cool dude. Me and him used to talk all night. And one day he told me, he said, bro, if you want to make money, there's two ways to do it. And I was like, how's that? He said, you can make your own Bible and just call it the real Bible, or you can just tell stories about things that you see people do that people don't think happen. And he told me this back in like eons ago. Rest in peace to that old man because he passed away. But now I see it, what he's saying, because I didn't see it for a while, and now I see it. People will come up with a gimmick and say that this is what they're doing it for. But really what they're doing it for is for something else. But they got to perform. They got to perform somehow. They got to be attractive to the audience, and they got to perform. So they do their performing thing. They get their performing like their performance. You know what I'm saying? Like they get their whole makeup and everything ready, and then they come and they say, hey, how you doing? And then what they do is they tell you everything that they saying is factual because they was either there when it happened or they have first-hand knowledge. Ladybug in the building. You see what I'm saying? That's what they do. So this been going on for years. Dudes They ain't been through nothing. Didn't really go through nothing. They was out in the yard playing handball, doing all this other stuff with the Marlboros in the sleeve of the shirt. And they go home and then they say, you know what? Now the new wave is going to be, my gimmick is going to be, I'm helping the children. That's going to be my gimmick. They can't say that I'm not. How can they say if you is or you isn't when they don't know what you're saying is true? You only stirring curiosity because you can't tell them you went through it. So now they're going to be like, I wonder how it is. Let me test the waters. Facts. A lot of people who be blogging nowadays not credible. Nah, because everybody looks at it as a gimmick to get bread, to get money. So they go on here and they start talking all this crazy stuff, but really they weren't living that life. And they make people feel like they were. And then that makes people respect them more because they didn't have that respect before. And then their words become more honorable to those people because those people don't know. They just been conned by a dude who knows how many bags he sniffs. Who you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. So you got to be very attentive of what people be saying, man. Some people be saying things and just practice that shit in front of the mirror for like an hour and then go on live and be like, yeah, so that's why this happened and this and that and the third. You got dudes that been doing this longer than me, but ain't ever hit 21,000. Actually, 23,000. I wonder why. I only been doing this for 2 months. Going on 3 now. Because what I talk about is straight facts. What I talk about is straight facts. Real stuff. Stuff that I went through. Not nothing I saw. Facts, Ray Leon Rivera. So are you. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we gotta be, if you're an honorable person, you do honorable things. It comes naturally. You know when you're doing something wrong, you got that guilty conscience in the back of your mind when you're like, damn, I'm saying this for this, but really I'm trying to get the bag. All right, what you gonna believe? Someone who did it or seen it. That's what it boils down to. Facts. I can tell you, I saw the car jump the ramp and hit the house. And he can tell you, my car bounced before I hit the ramp and it slid into the house. What makes your word more credible than the others? Well, he went through the accident, not you. I reach out, I get no response. What up, chain smoker? I didn't even see. Oh, that's a fact. Live from the 718. Yeah, I'm consistent with facts. I'm consistent in letting the people know that the things that I went through because I had to, and I laugh now because I won. But if the youth don't want to go through what I went through and don't want to be in that position, take thought to the things you do so that you don't end up in that position. The coach that played the game gets more respect. That's a fact. When someone tells you, yo, I wasn't rah rah, no, I wasn't into that slashing and stabbing stuff, no, I wasn't into that. It's because they weren't living, they was on the side, they was on the bleachers, watching the dudes that was doing all that. But you gotta remember, even the dudes that was doing all that, they got mothers, they got fathers. Those that's somebody's son. That's somebody's son. So when you're saying that a person is not good because he's a stand-up individual or because he's the aggressor, that's wrong because you're disrespecting the parents of that person too by saying that they wrong just like him and he may be right. And they didn't teach him to just be stupid and just get hit or something. Yeah, they was just bitter. You got people that bid. They go in there, they like Son said, they play basketball. You know what I'm saying? They playing handball in the summer. You know what I'm saying? They mowing the lawn. You know what I'm saying? They mop the floor. You know what I'm saying? They in their cell before the yard closes. They take a shower when nobody's around because they know they in the wrong shower. They got to come up out of there. Facts. Facts, Ray Leon Rivera. But I know one thing, man. I want to know where the people at that's in here. So we definitely got to get this popping. Hold up. Let's see where we at now. Let's go. Derek said, huh? Red in Pennsylvania is in the building. Shout out your hood. Let me know where you from. I want to know who's in the building. Let's get it. Puerto Rico's in the building. Michigan in the building. BK the GA in the building. Allentown, PA's in the building. Suffolk and Linden up in the building. 313 Detroit is in the building. Let's go. East New York is in the building. East New York. Bronx, Marion Avenue in the building. Boogie Down up in here. Massachusetts, Spawners is in the building. South Jamaica, Queen, So fat. Monroe Ave, BX, Cristo Rey, Santiago, Santo Domingo is in the building. Colpay, Long Island is in the building. Pitkin and Sutter, Gutter in the building. Ian Watt. Tales from the WAP side, that's a fact. LES is in the building. L Train, Sutter Ave is in the building. 303 Brownsville, 3 Train, L Train gang. Let's go. Camden, New Jersey's in the building. Uptown, you already know. Watts Heights is up in here. Dykeman is up in here. Left Rack City's up in here. Newark, New Jersey. 3 Train off top. Shadyville, Queens is up in here. Philly's up in here. Perth Amboy's up in here. Decep's in the building. Ooh, that's a throwback. Mars, Pluto, Saturn's up in here. You know, we go space worldwide. God Brewer and Basie, let's go. LES. God Brewer and Fuck Wop Wop. That's a fact. Yeah, man. We ain't finished yet. Let's get it. Yo, punch that like button on the way in, man. Let them know your presence is up in here, man. We ain't playing. We ain't trying to come up here and scare nobody. We just tell the truth and boogie. Let's go. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Uwe 75, we already know we in the building. Huh? Bushwick. I see Bushwick up in there. Got Brewer and Fox. Let's get it. Shout out my payback trips, man. My Billies as always. Shout out Southside, Richmond Hill, ENY. Shout out Jerome. Avenue D in the building. Let's get it. Knickerbocker. Let's go. Love you too, Eric Kumba. Let's go. Anytime, nigga, I see you. Shout out anytime, nigga. Let's go. We ain't playing, man. Happy holidays to everybody. Everybody enjoy your holidays. Make sure you stay safe. If you're drinking, stay in the crib. Don't drive. Leave the car alone. Watch when anybody gives you the drink, too. If you drink something and you're feeling woozy, make sure you're out in the open somewhere, man, where somebody can help you, man. Watch out. Merry Christmas to all the kids out there, too, man. I hope they enjoy the Christmas. For those of y'all that got kids, I hope they enjoy the Christmas. For all the fathers out there, shout it out. All the mothers out there, shout it out. Sofield Ave, Delaney. Facts, official G Medina, you already know. Punch that like button on your way in, man. Make sure the families have fun for the holidays, man. OG Wayne on the building, salute, bro. Happy holidays. Livonia and Rockaway. Uh-oh. They're getting close. They're getting close to the hood. Wait a minute. You know how we gonna end this, right? We gonna get on the highway real fast, and we just gonna unnerve some stress. We gonna dust our shoulders off. We gonna put like 70 on the speedometer, and we out. They only see tail lights right now. Only tail lights. That's it. That's the only thing they see. Ozone Park, Queens in the building. Shout out Ozone Park. Facts. I fuck with Ozone Park. Harlem Bronx. You already know Harlem Bronx. Wayno. Rochester Avenue D's in the building. Salute. I'm gonna be over there soon. Astoria in the building. Shout out Astoria. Wildkat said Ozone Park, John Adams, Lost Boys. Ooh. Rest in peace, Freaky Ty. Shout out my nigga Cheeks. Cypress Ave in the Bronx, Bombers, let's get it. Cypress is up in here. Cypress is getting a shout out up in here. That's right. Everybody have a happy holiday, man. Make sure you stay safe. Enjoy the holidays, man. Don't let nothing ruin the moment. Fast, rest in peace, Freaky Ty, man. Big Nice. Big Nice was in Big Nice was up top in the feds right now. Oh, Bellevue up in the building. Tremont and Anthony up in the building. They still coming. Hold up. Ooh, Best Star 718. What's poppin', bro? Where you been at? Salute. Corona Queens. You already know Corona Queens. The 7 train, 74 from Roosevelt, 82nd in Jackson. Let's go. In fact, free my boy Big Nice. Black and Gold in the building. Black and Gold's in the building. Staff 5, Southeast San Diego. Let's go. Holla. I still see people here. So I'm going to do one more. The whole New York. Know what I'm saying? Quisqueya in the building. Quisqueya. Hey, yo, if anybody up there about Wild Sites, man, make sure you go to Casa Mofongo, yo. And make sure you go see my peoples right there, 185th at St. Nick. Get that. Big dope. Billy to the Pop Rule, man. Us, never them. You already know how we do. Shout out to Pop Rules, man. Know how we do. We all together now. Huh? Facts, Damu. My love to your love, bro. Shout out the whole South Side. That's a fact, B-Cash. Shout out Something. Shout out Juve. Shout out Rain. Shout out Liberty Lounge. Make sure y'all go and check out that Liberty Lounge up there in 114 and Liberty, between 114 and 113 and Liberty. And if y'all in Harlem, make sure you check out the joints up there uptown. South Road. South Road in the building. That's a fact. Shout out to all the people locked down right now, man. Free all my peoples in the struggle. Facts, Chain Smoke. I see. We rocking out right now. We rocking out. Y'all already know. It's only 7:05. We rocking out. We on the highway right now. You already know. The last thing they saw was the tail lights. That's the last thing they saw. Be more in the building. I see you. Be more. London. Shout out London. BX in the building. Tremont. Ooh, shout out Tremont. Free Fresh. Shout it out. Tell them to come through. I'm going to shout it out. Matter of fact, hold up. I'm going to shout everybody out today. Fuck that. Oh, what's this? Know what I'm saying? We rocking out right now. We rocking out. Punch that like button on your way in. Punch that like button. That's a fact. Sneaky feet, you already know. It's the holidays, so I'm gonna rock out a little bit with the peoples and shit, you know what I mean? But you know how I want to go. This is how I want to go. Because I just like the sound of it. They're making bread on the internet. 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 Talking this and that. All they telling lies, all they spitting facts. Where the dudes be coming from, I don't know them. But if they want to see a G, I'm the one to show them. Man, listen, this ain't a game. One shot to the brain, I'ma lay a lane. I'ma say this shit from my perspective. To put your brains on the ground is my objective. Listen here, stop lying. For I make your mama cry when your head flying. They call me Harry who? Cause I like to creep. I put it right between your eyes from across the street. Hey, yo, take it. I can't do it no more. Hey, yo, listen. After New Year's, I got a surprise. Man. I got a surprise after New Year's. Y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? I got a surprise. Just make sure, man, that all of y'all have such a great Christmas that when y'all hungover and all that, come through. I got y'all. I'm here. Matter of fact, on Christmas, no lie, on Christmas or Christmas Eve, I'm going to put on the Grinch That Stole Christmas on here for the kids to watch it. The Grinch That Stole Christmas. The one by Dr. Seuss. You heard? So Christmas Eve, I'm going to let y'all know the time. I got to change the settings on my, thing. But I'm gonna put the Grinch That Stole Christmas for the kids, man. Oh, Buffalo Soldier, you know I'm gonna do that. Times Square, we down there. Get ready. The tree All that. Rough Buff in the building. I see you. Brooklyn love all the time, man. All the time. I just like the sound of it, you heard? Let's go! Cause I stay 50. Money on my head, take time to get me. I'm on the highway doing 100. At first you was 100, now you the 100. Uh-oh. Nah. Hey, yo. Niggas put the popo up here. It's alright. I ain't scared of no ghosts. Yeah, you already know. Stay tuned, man. The Wildkat's coming through again, man. I love y'all. Happy holidays, man. Stay safe, man.